Hey guys, this is just a quick tutorial I put together. It's another text effect that looks like the layer behind it. The text is kind of a 3D rising out of this, I don't know, oily, I don't know what you call that. Anyways, to see how I created it, I'm going to make a new layer, the size width 1000, height 500, resolution, I don't care what you put that as, higher it is, the better it looks. Okay, so we're going to fill this with black. If your colors aren't right, hit the D key, and that'll change it back to black as the foreground color. After that, I'm going to go to the text tool. I'm going to select this entire place. I'm going to type in the text that I'm using, which is unify. And you can't see it, obviously, because our foreground color is black, so you're going to need to change that in the text options to a darkish gray here. And see that my Apple keyboard wigged out on me again. Yes, I did that. Okay, so we are here, Unify. I'm going to change the that option right there to 70. I lied, negative 70. So that it just gives me this tiny little black line between the I and the F. Okay, so I am going to deselect the text. I'm going to duplicate this. Not do that. Duplicate this layer twice, click OK, and then the bottom two, I'm going to right click and rasterize my type. Okay, rasterize type, and then up here on the top unify layer, I'm going to go back to my text by hitting the T key or selecting the text tool on the left. I'm going to right click don't left click because that'll select the text to edit. Right click and go create work path. Now what this is going to do is for our middle layer, it's going to give an outline so that you can see the text against what's going to happen in the background. So one problem that many people will run into is that they go over to paths over here and they right click to try to stroke the path and it won't let them do it. The reason that is because it won't let you do it on a layer that's already there. You have to create a new layer. So I've created a new layer. It's above my unify copy there, and so go over to paths. It's to the right of the layers tab. Right click and stroke path. Well, it doesn't give me any options there. So to change that, I go over here to the foreground color. I change the foreground color to something darker than the text that's already there. Go to my brushes layer, and I'm going to make something really small, like 7 pixels or something similar to that. You can make it however big you want it. Go back to stroke path. I'm leaving simulate pressure on because it's not going to make a big difference here. So okay, then I'm going to delete this path so that I don't have to look at it over here. I'm going to move that layer 1 down to the bottom so that I don't get any overlapping between the F and the Y. And then I'm going to go back up to the text up here. Text, that's the top text layer, the layer that's not still, that hasn't been rasterized. And don't know what it just did there. Hold on a sec. Okay, go back to text tool, select the text, and I'm going to change 2 things. This option right here to negative 50, and and the color to this hollow blue kind of color. That's what Android calls it, hollow. Okay, there's that, and you can play around this with this option right here to make the 3D effect stronger or less strong, however you want that to be. So, hold on a sec. Did something totally weird right there. Oh yeah. Yes, I want to delete that layer. Okay. Now, the bottom layer is the one that we're going to make that oily effect with. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up to the top, we're going to hit Filter and Liquify. You can also get that by hitting Shift-Command-X. And it will open this window right here, and you can just move this around as much as you want. Sharp edges don't really look good for this effect, but like I said, you can do it however you want. So just play around with this. Try to keep some of the text shape to it. That kind of helps to create the illusion that the text is just, I don't know, been splattered with something back there. So That doesn't really look anything like the text, but okay, so there's that. Now we're going to go to Filter, Blur, and the most overused blur tool ever, Gaussian Blur. I'm going to keep this at about 3.3 because that looks good to me. And then to change the color, because it's this gray color right now, I'm going to create 2 layers above that. I'm going to go to the Paint Bucket tool, hold down, and change it to the Gradient tool. Set my foreground color to a very light blue, lighter than the text color, of course, but something that's going to work well together. And the background color as a dark blue. And I'm going to create a gradient all the way across, and on the top layer, a gradient over there, like so. Then I'm going to change the viewing of both of those to color, so that it doesn't change anything but, whoops, wrong one. See, I changed the bottom unify layer to color, and that was not what I wanted to do. So go back to layer 2 and change that to color, and it creates that effect. Now, one thing that you may have noticed that I didn't do is back up at the top text layer, I forgot to create my outline. So over here, it looks like it's just blending in with the background. So to do that, again, right-click with the text tool selected, go to Convert to Work Path, go back over to your paths. Whoops, forgot something again. Create a new layer above that, go back to Paths, Stroke Path, and I'm keeping the same settings as before, but I'm not because I don't have the gray selected. So go there, and let's do that again. Stroke Path, okay. Move that down below, and we're good.